So there's been some interesting new insight regarding a possible expansion to Pandora, the World of Avatar, at some point in the future at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So let's dive in and discuss all of that up next. This video is sponsored by Mickey Travels, a platinum level authorized Disney vacation planner which can take the hassle out of all of your vacation planning. So visit the link in the description box to get your free quote today. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack and this is of course DSNY Newscast, and very quickly I just want to say that on Sunday we crossed, you and me together that is, we crossed 130,000 subscribers here on DSNY Newscast, and that is an absolutely massive milestone. And every time I get to a new milestone like this with this channel, I just remember back to those first 1,000 subscribers or first 10,000 and so on and so forth. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And now let's get straight into the news. As when Disney's Animal Kingdom opened in 1998, it was instantly a favourite amongst guests, as the park's concept and design created a unique atmosphere with distinct environments, which was something very different than what could be found at Magic Kingdom, Epcot and Disney's Hollywood Studios. However, despite this, for many years the attendance for Disney's Animal Kingdom had relatively flatlined around 10 million guests per year from 2008 to 2016. But that was of course until Pandora, the World of Avatar, opened in May of 2017 and changed everything, with year-over-year park attendance significantly increasing by 1.6 million and 1.2 million in 2017 and 2018 respectively, making Animal Kingdom the second most visited park behind Magic Kingdom. And this was undeniably a direct result of Pandora, the World of Avatar, as the 12-acre land had succeeded not only critically, but most importantly in the eyes of the guests, in transporting them to an otherworldly planet, complete with the awe-inspiring floating mountains and the bioluminescent life all around. However, it was apparent right from the beginning that the land needed more capacity, as Flight of Passage is still rated as one of the most popular attractions in the world in terms of guest satisfaction. But it was never originally meant to be the headline attraction, as early on in the development process, a concept for a thrill attraction that was said to be a roller coaster experience was originally proposed, but then later cut, making Flight of Passage the de facto main e-ticket ride for the land, which was problematic as Flight of Passage had not been designed to handle that kind of huge capacity. However, when I first covered this in August of 2017, the rumoured talk at the time about expansion pertained to the possible inclusion of a themed Pandora table service restaurant that would have been announced to open around 2021 or 2022 for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary. However, that blue sky idea fell off the table in late 2017, most likely because of a close proximity to that of Tiffin's, which is another table service restaurant just outside of the land. And so Disney saw a better use of funds that was more diverse than a second dining location. And so that brings us to today, as the location for a possible Pandora expansion still remains the same, as this area over here, which is currently reserved for some cast member parking, is the expansion pad for the 12-acre land. And according to a well-known insider on the WDW Magic forums, the expansion might be for some form of walk-through attraction that would offer plenty of indoor capacity. However, before we talk about this rumoured expansion, I just want to clearly point out and clarify that this is reportedly a very early concept, and I really do mean very early, as it's nowhere near active development as of yet. But instead, it's just one of many proposals that is vying for attention within Walt Disney Imagineering, as the insider WDW Pro further explains that it is up against expansion talk for Galaxy's Edge as well. So if this concept does eventually win favour within Disney, then we won't be seeing any sort of official announcement regarding it for quite some time. But I do feel like it's quite interesting to discuss what Walt Disney Imagineering is currently thinking of for potential expansions. So let's dive into it. So apparently the concept for this supposed walk-through attraction would be a sort of faux veterinary environment, a little bit like an animal sanctuary, showcasing the exotic flora and fauna of Pandora, with these alien creatures being within their natural habitats, which would be similar to the message of conservation and protection that is found in the real-world animal exhibits throughout the rest of Animal Kingdom. So personally, I feel that it would be a great fit for Pandora. However, the idea of course would be that all of the animals would be animatronics, and through the integration of advanced animatronic puppetry and cutting-edge sensor-based technology, there would be a level of interactivity that would bring these creatures to life. Although this early concept's main draw would centre around a massive animatronic Turok that would be sitting on top of its nest, which I imagine would be very similar to the dragon under Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland Paris, that is still incredibly effective despite being nearly 30 years old. And very quickly, just to get an idea of how large this animatronic might be, this chart here shows a Na'vi is around 10 feet tall compared to a human. And yet compare that to this other image of a 10-foot Na'vi riding on the back of this Turok. So certainly this would be extremely impressive and would offer high indoor capacity whilst also fitting within the mission statement of Animal Kingdom. Now, one of the driving factors behind the push to use this expansion pad comes from James Cameron himself, as apparently he's interested in collaborating once again using Lightstorm Entertainment and Imagineering to bring a new addition to Pandora to coincide with the release of the Avatar sequels, which are scheduled for release in 2021, 2023, 2025 and 2027. However, given the fact that these sequels have been pushed back time and time again, I can certainly understand if Disney is a little cautious over investing more development time in Pandora until they see the box office interest return for Avatar 2 in 2021. As despite Disney now owning the franchise through their acquisition of 21st Century Fox, this expected franchise is still yet to prove its longevity, as traditionally sequel franchises that release a new movie year after year see a slight drop-off in box office results. So that is definitely going to be a big factor in terms of this proposal's eventual fate. But of course, all of this is just a very early concept for the time being, and is nowhere near being greenlit or approved. But I'll be sure to come back and do another update on this topic when we eventually learn more about its fate in the future. But now, it's over to you, Waltners, as I would like to know if you could expand Pandora, the world of Avatar at Disney's Animal Kingdom, with anything whatsoever, realistically that is, on that expansion pad, then what would it be and why? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in the chance to win one of these official DSNY Newscast enamel pins. And congratulations to this Waltner here for winning this suggestion from a previous video, where we're talking all about rumoured new additions coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And so that's it for today, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon so that you always receive an update whenever I release new videos, which is usually on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And also, if you've enjoyed today's video all about Pandora, then be sure to give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.